My beloved child, stop what you're doing and listen closely. This moment right here, right now, is not an accident. You didn't stumble upon this message by chance. You didn't hear my name or feel that tug in your spirit by coincidence. No, this is a divine appointment. I have arranged this very second to speak directly to you because what I'm about to say cannot wait until tomorrow. I've been calling your name in the quiet of your thoughts, in the moments you feel something is missing, and in the ache that rises in your chest when you're alone. I've been knocking on the door of your heart not to scare you, not to shame you, but because I love you too much to remain silent any longer. You have sensed it, haven't you? That persistent nudge, that feeling that something more is trying to reach you. It's me. It's always been me. You've been running some days, unintentionally, distracted by the noise of this world, the constant demands, the wounds that haven't healed, and the fear of what truly surrendering might cost. And other days, you've run because you felt unworthy. You've believed the lie that maybe I only call the holy, the perfect, the ones who never mess up. But I didn't come for the perfect, I came for the broken. I came for the wondering. I came for the one who sits alone at night and wonders if anyone truly sees them. And I see you. I see you now. I see the tears you wipe away before anyone notices. I see the questions in your heart you're too afraid to ask out loud. I see the strength you muster just to make it through another day. And I'm not just watching, I'm reaching. I'm coming close to you now, not in anger, but in urgency. Because there are things about to shift, and you cannot afford to miss what I'm about to do. What I placed in you is about to awaken, and I will not let the enemy silence what heaven is calling forth. Child, I need to contact you before tomorrow because something sacred is unfolding, something your eyes haven't seen yet, but your spirit has already sensed. A battle had been raging around you, not just for your comfort, but for your calling. The enemy isn't threatened by your past, he's terrified of your future. And I am stepping in now because time is moving, doors are aligning, and your heart must be prepared to walk through them. I need you to understand that you're not forgotten. You are not lost in the crowd. You are not just another face, another soul, another name. I know you. I know every detail of your story. I know where you've been, and I know where you are going. And I am telling you, the hour is urgent. The heavens are stirring. Your prayers have not fallen into the void. They have reached my throne, and I have caught everyone. Not one tear hath been wasted. Not one moment of pain has gone unseen. I've been collecting your cries like precious jewels, storing them in the chambers of my heart, and now I am coming to respond. I don't want you to fear what's ahead, I want you to trust me in it. This message isn't to frighten you, it's to awaken you. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm extending my hands. Hands that were nailed to a cross out of love for you. Hands that still carry the marks of mercy, ready to cradle your brokenness and lead you into the healing you didn't know was possible. The world has made you weary. The voices around you have confused you. Even your own heart has betrayed you at times. But I am not those voices. I am not the one who abandons. I am not the one who condemns. I am the one who calls you worthy, even when you can't see it. I am the one who still believes in the promise I planted inside of you. I need to contact you before tomorrow because there are things in motion that will require your attention, your obedience, your full heart. I am not a distant God watching from the clouds. I'm right here. I am near to the brokenhearted, and I am near to you. Can you feel it now? That burning in your chest? It's my spirit stirring within you, reminding you that you were made for more than surviving. You were made to walk with me. You were made to carry light in the darkest places. And I will not let you walk into tomorrow without first reminding you just how deeply you are loved, how urgently I am calling, and how beautifully your story is about to shift. You're still with me, and that means you're ready to hear what's next. What I'm about to reveal to you is not meant to scare you but to strengthen you. I'm telling you plainly, something is coming. Not chaos, not destruction, but change. A divine turning point. and your heart must be prepared to receive what I've already sent from heaven. My beloved, this is not just a moment to pause, this is a moment to position yourself. Position your heart to trust when things begin to shift. Position your mind to stay fixed on me when distractions rise. Position your spirit to remain grounded, even when the ground around you begins to move. What's coming is not meant to crush you, it's meant to release you. I'm bringing you out of the familiar, out of the cycles that kept you circling the same pain, the same questions, the same fear. I'm bringing you into something new. And yes, new can feel uncomfortable. It can feel unknown. But child, do not fear the unknown when I am the one leading you into it. Your heart must not cling to what I'm asking you to release. That's why I need to speak to you now, before tomorrow arrives, so you won't hold on to what's fading when I'm calling you into what's eternal. I've seen how tightly you've held on to certain things, hopes, people, patterns, identities you built just to survive. But what helped you survive was never meant to keep you alive. I am the life you're looking for. I am the source of the strength you've been searching everywhere to find. And what's coming next will require you to trust me more deeply than you ever have. I am not asking you to understand every step, I'm asking you to trust the one who orders them. There will be moments ahead where it feels like the light dims, where questions will try to rise louder than faith. But in those moments, remember this message. Remember that I spoke to you in advance. Remember that I called you aside not to burden you, but to bless you. I warned you because I love you. I prepare those I call. I speak to those I appoint. And I am preparing you right now because what is about to unfold is tied to your purpose. The weight you've felt lately, that pressure in your chest, that sense that time is short and something must give, that's not your imagination, it's my spirit awakening your awareness. It's the sound of heaven knocking louder. Your heart is hearing me again. You're not just imagining it, you're being invited into it. There is a shift in the spiritual realm, and your soul is sensing it before your eyes have seen it. That's why I'm coming to you now, before the shift reaches the natural world, so you won't be surprised. When relationships start changing, when opportunities suddenly close, when the path you thought was certain begins to feel uncertain, do not panic. Do not turn back. Do not question your worth. I'm not abandoning you, I'm advancing you. But the cost of advancement is comfort. I will stretch you, not to break you, but to grow you into the person you were created to become. I am not content to leave you where you've been. I see too much inside you. There are gifts you haven't used, dreams you've buried, and faith that's been sleeping. I'm shaking the ground to wake the gold within you. The shaking is not punishment, it's preparation. And your heart must be anchored in me, where you'll misinterpret the change as chaos. You'll think the enemy is winning, when in truth, I'm the one doing the shaking. I'm the one who is removing what's no longer part of your calling. I'm the one who is orchestrating what looks like a setback but is really a setup. I'm the one who is about to shift the entire atmosphere around your life. So, do not fear what's coming. Instead, prepare. Make space in your heart. Clean the clutter from your thoughts. Remove the voices that don't speak life into your spirit. I need you to be clear. I need you to hear me above every other voice. Because when the moment comes, and it will, you will have to move without hesitation. You will have to act in faith, not fear. You will have to trust that the same voice speaking to you now will guide you then. I have always been the God who goes before my people. I never send them into battle without first giving them a word. And this is my word to you. Get ready. Not with anxiety, not with dread, but with anticipation, with boldness, with the assurance that I have already made a way. The road you're about to walk may not look like what you expected, but it will lead to what I promised. You've been asking me for answers, I'm giving you instructions. You've wanted direction, I'm giving you revelation. This is your moment. Don't wait until tomorrow to believe what I'm saying right now. Something is coming. But I go before you. And if I go before you, nothing that comes can stop what I've started. Trust me, child. I'm getting you ready for glory. I see you, my beloved. I've always seen you even in the places where no one else looked. I saw the moment you clenched your fists just to keep from crying. I saw the moment you smiled for others while your own heart felt like it was breaking inside. I watched you take on more than your soul could carry because you thought you had no other option. You've been trying to be strong for everyone, wearing that invisible armor, pushing through the day, holding up the weight of worry, responsibility, fear, regret, guilt, disappointment. But I never asked you to carry that weight alone. That was never my plan. You were never designed to live burdened. You were created to live in me, to walk in peace, to breathe freely. And yet you've been tangled in the expectation to be everything, fix everything, solve everything. Child, that pressure is crushing your joy. And I didn't call you to be crushed, I called you to be carried. There are burdens on your shoulders that were shaped by your past, things people said to you, things they never said, the rejection that taught you had to prove yourself to be loved. You picked up expectations that were never yours to begin with. You thought if you could just do enough, say enough, be enough, you'd finally find peace. But peace doesn't come from performance, it comes from my presence. I never asked you to carry it all. I've been right here, reaching, waiting, asking you to lay it all down. Even now, I feel your resistance. You've gotten used to carrying these things. You've wrapped your identity around your struggle. But you don't have to keep doing this the hard way. You don't have to pretend with me. You don't have to hide what you're feeling because I already know. The fear that keeps you up at night. I see it. The worry about the future. I see that too. The heaviness in your chest when you try to smile for others. I see all. And I'm not looking at you with judgment, I'm looking at you with love. I want to take it all, child. I want to lift every burden that has stolen your joy. Give it to me now. Yes, even that. The one thing you've buried so deep inside that you forgot how much it still affects you. That mistake from years ago. That failure you don't speak about. That moment that shattered your confidence. You think if you just keep pushing forward, it will all go away. But unresolved burdens don't disappear, they grow heavier. And I didn't create you to drag through life. I created you to walk in freedom. I gave my life so you wouldn't have to live under the weight of what was never yours to carry. I took your sin, your shame, your sorrow, and I bore it all on the cross. I did it so you could come to me empty-handed and walk away full of peace. What you must choose to let go. I can't take what you will release. I will never force my way in. Love doesn't demand, it invites. And I'm inviting you now, here in this sacred moment, to finally let me hold what's been holding you hostage. You're so used to surviving that you've forgotten what it means to breathe. I want to breathe life back into you. I want to restore the parts of you that have gone numb. I want to bring rest to your tired soul. Not just rest from work, but a rest from worry. Rest from fear. Rest from constantly feeling like you're not enough. You've been strong for so long. But now, I'm giving you permission to fall into my arms. You don't have to prove anything to me. I already chose you. I already love you. I already know you. My arms are open wider than the heavens, and they were made to carry you. Come, child. Don't wait until the burden breaks you. Bring it to me before tomorrow. Bring the anxiety, the questions, the fear, the doubt. Lay them at my feet. My yoke is easy. My burden is light. Let me give you what the world can't, peace that passes understanding. Let me remind you that you're not alone. You've never been alone. Every step, every tear, every breath, I've been right there. And now, I'm asking you to do something you've never fully done. Trust me enough to let go. Because once you do, you'll discover just how much I've been waiting to set you free. Child, I saw you. I saw you in that room when no one was around. I saw the way your body shook from holding in tears too long. I saw the moments where you looked fine to the world, but felt like you were breaking inside. You cried into your pillow. You cried in the car with the music turned up. You cried under the weight of everything you didn't have the words to explain. And though no one noticed, I did. I was there. I wasn't just watching from afar, I was sitting beside you. You thought you were alone in that pain, but you were not. You thought no one would ever understand what it felt like to be strong for everyone and empty on the inside, but I understood. I have felt what you feel. I know sorrow. I know loneliness. I know the ache of being unseen. And I want you to know, your tears were never wasted. Not one of them fell to the ground unnoticed. Every tear you cried became a whisper that reached heaven. And I responded, not with silence but with presence. You see, my love is not only present in your joyful moments. It is most powerful in your weakest ones. I was there when you felt like giving up. I was there when you tried to pray but couldn't find the words. I heard your silence. I understood the language of your sighs. I knew what your tears were saying even when your voice failed. You've cried silently, but your pain shouted through your spirit, and I responded with comfort, even when you didn't feel it. You may have questioned, where were you, Lord? And now I say this clearly. I was right beside you, holding your heart together. You thought it was your strength that got you through, but it was my mercy. You thought it was your willpower, but it was my hand beneath you. I caught you every time you thought you were falling apart. And today, I remind you that every tear was sacred. It softened the soil of your soul. It prepared your heart to receive the love I've been pouring over you, even in the darkest nights. And now, child, I want to heal what your tears have tried to carry alone. You weren't meant to hold that sorrow in isolation. The pain you pushed down so you could keep functioning, it matters to me. The memories you don't talk about because they hurt too much, they matter to me. The grief that comes in waves, sometimes when you least expect it, when you're laughing or simply breathing, it matters to me. Because you matter to me. I am not a distant God who turns away from pain. I'm the God who steps into it. I walked through sorrow so I could meet you in yours. I wept too at gravesides, in gardens, for the brokenness of this world. I felt the sting of betrayal, the ache of loss, the loneliness of being misunderstood. That's why I understand your tears. That's why I don't rush your healing. I will never shame you for your process. I will never grow impatient with your grief. I only ask this: let me enter those places with you. Don't shut me out of the rooms where you've locked away your pain. I already know what's there, and I still love you completely. The reason I need to contact you before tomorrow is because your healing is not meant to be delayed any longer. You've carried silent pain long enough. It's time to bring it into the light. I'm not calling you to relive your wounds, I'm calling you to release them. I'm not asking you to pretend everything's okay, I'm asking you to trust that I can make things whole again. The enemy wants to keep you quiet, to make you believe that silence is strength and isolation is protection. But I created you for communion, not hiding. I created you for honesty, not shame. I created you for freedom, not fear. I'm calling you out of the quiet sorrow and into my healing presence. Bring me your disappointment. Bring me the memory that still haunts you. Bring me the pain you told yourself you should be over by now. I won't flinch. I won't turn away. I'll draw closer. I'll sit with you. I'll cry with you. And then, slowly, I'll begin to lift it. Layer by layer. Wound by wound. Tear by tear. Until joy begins to return. Until laughter finds its way back to your lips. Until you remember what it feels like to breathe deeply again. This is why I came. This is why I'm speaking to you now. Because tomorrow, new things are coming, and I want your heart to be light enough to receive them. I want your soul to be free enough to walk into them. And I will walk with you, every step, as we trade your sorrow for strength, your silence for song, your heaviness for hope. I'm not finished with you yet. Not even close. So cry, if you need to. But know this: I see every tear, and I'm turning them into testimony. Before tomorrow arrives, There are things I need you to understand, truths I've been waiting to write into your spirit. You've listened to so many voices, my child. Some of them were loud, some subtle, but they shaped how you see yourself. And now, before you step into the new season I have prepared, you need to know what is true, not what the world said about you, not what pain whispered, not what fear shouted in the night, but what I, the Lord your God, say. You are not a burden. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are mine. Fully, eternally, lovingly mine. And that matters more than you've realized, because everything I'm about to do in your life flows from your identity in me. The battles you fought, the confusion you faced, the moments you questioned your value, they've all been part of the enemy's attempt to keep you from this very moment. Because if you understood the depth of my love, if you understood who you are to me, everything in your life would shift. And that's exactly what's about to happen. Child, I need you to understand that my love for you has never been based on your performance. It's not something you earn through good behavior. It's not something that disappears when you fail. My love is not fragile like human affection. It's not conditional, not temporary, not uncertain. It is everlasting. It is anchored in who I am, not in what you do. I knew you before you were formed. I saw every day of your life before you lived a single one. And still, I chose you. Still, I called you. Still, I've been pursuing your heart, day after day, even when you wandered. I have loved you with a love so fierce, so constant, so personal, that no shadow, no valley, no failure could drive me away. And now I want you to carry the truth with you, not just in your mind, but in the very marrow of your soul. Because what's coming will require you to stand on truth, not emotion. You'll walk by faith, not fear. You'll live loving, not lost. That is why I'm speaking to you now, because you must know who you are before you can walk where I'm leading you next. And there's more, my beloved. Before tomorrow comes, I need you to understand not just who you are, but what I've placed inside of you. You've underestimated your worth. You've believed that you're small, insignificant, replaceable, but I have planted eternity in your heart. I have placed my spirit within you. That means there is power in you, power to endure, to create, to speak life, to bring light into darkness. The same spirit that raised me from the dead is alive in you. You are not weak, you are equipped. You are not lost, you are positioned. And you are not random, you are chosen for such a time as this. You don't need to be like anyone else. I didn't create you to copy someone else's calling. I created you with purpose that only you can fulfill. And I've been refining you, molding you, sometimes even through fire, not to punish you, but to prepare you. The strength you've been asking me for, it's already inside of you. The peace you crave, I've already spoken it over you. And the direction you've been waiting for, I'm releasing it, now, in layers, in whispers, in moments like this one. Don't rush past this moment. Don't treat this like just another message. This is holy. This is sacred. This is me, Jesus, standing at the threshold of your heart, saying, I need to talk to you before tomorrow comes. Because tomorrow may bring change. It may bring opportunity. It may bring challenge. But it will also bring clarity, and I want you to walk into it ready. No longer shackled by shame. No longer paralyzed by fear. No longer burdened by lies. I want you to walk in boldness, rooted in love, covered in grace. I want you to know that I go before you, and nothing that comes your way will catch me off guard. I have seen what's ahead. I have already prepared the strength you'll need. I have already dispatched angels on your behalf. I have already positioned people and moments that will align with your calling. So lift your head, child. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something sacred. Before tomorrow arrives, I need you to rest in this truth. You are mine. You are loved. You are ready. You are not walking alone, you are walking with me. There's something I need you to know, My beloved, your peace has been under attack. Not by coincidence, not by chance, but because the enemy sees something valuable in you. He's not after the surface of your life, he's after the core of your heart. He knows he can't steal your identity because you are sealed in me. So instead, he circles your peace. Quietly, subtly, like a thief in the night. He slips in through worry, through comparison, through old wounds, through whispers that sound familiar but don't come from me. He distracts you, distorts the truth, drains your strength by keeping your mind busy and your heart unsettled. You felt it, haven't you? Those sleepless nights, that heavy feeling in your chest, the sudden anxiety that grips you out of nowhere. It wasn't just stress, it was a spiritual attack on your rest. Because peace is not just a feeling, it's your foundation. And if your foundation is shaken, the enemy thinks he can slow your steps. But here's the truth I want you to hear right now. He will not win. He may circle, he may scheme, he may roar like a lion, but he is not the Lion of Judah. He is not your shepherd. He is not your source. I am. That's why I'm calling you into awareness, not fear awareness. I want you to recognize the tactics so you can resist them. The enemy uses repetition. He knows what lie worked once, and he tries it again. The same thought, the same fear, the same shame. But you're not the same person you were when he first attacked. You've grown. You've survived things the enemy hoped would destroy you. You've risen when you thought you'd stay down. And now, I'm placing armor on you, truth around your waist, righteousness on your chest, peace on your feet, salvation over your mind, faith in your hands, and my word in your mouth. You are not unarmed. You are not unguarded. You are not vulnerable. You are protected by me. And while the enemy circles like a thief, I surround you like a fortress. I stand watch while you sleep. I go before you when you walk. I sing over you while you cry. That's how much I love you. That's how fiercely I protect what's mine. And make no mistake, you are mine. Peace is not a luxury I offer, it is a promise I sealed with my presence. I said, my peace I give to you, not as the world gives. Why? Because the world's peace is temporary, circumstantial, conditional. It depends on your surroundings. But my peace, it anchors you even when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. It steadies you when storms rise. It calms you when your mind races. It guards your heart and mind not with empty words, but with divine power. And that's what I'm releasing to you now. That's what the enemy tried to keep from you. He wanted you distracted, exhausted, emotionally drained so you wouldn't be able to hear me clearly. He knows that when your heart is at peace, you become dangerous to darkness. You pray with confidence. You walk with clarity. You live without fear. That's why he's been trying to steal it, but now I'm reclaiming it with you. I'm stepping into your atmosphere right now, even as you read this, and I'm saying, peace, be still. You don't have to live in fight mode anymore. You don't have to brace yourself every morning, expecting another blow. I am your defender. I will fight what you can't see. You are not crazy for feeling overwhelmed, it's been a real battle. But I'm lifting that weight off of you now. You are safe with me. You are covered by me. You are allowed to rest. The enemy may circle, but he cannot cross the boundary of my blood. You are sealed by it, protected by it, held by it. And now, I am restoring what the enemy tried to unsettle. I am restoring joy to your mind. I am restoring strength to your soul. I am restoring vision to your future. You are not just surviving, you are about to thrive in peace that surpasses understanding. Peace that doesn't make sense to others. Peace that radiates from the inside out. Peace that tells the enemy, you no longer have access here. That's why I needed to contact you before tomorrow. Because you've been living with low-grade warfare for too long. Because I've seen the toll it's taken on your body, your sleep, your smile, your hope. And I want to end that cycle now. Not with fear, but with truth. not with panic but with peace. You were never meant to fight alone. I've been with you every step of the way, even when the battle felt invisible. And now, my child, it's time to receive what's always been yours. Take this moment and breathe it in. I am here. I am near. And I am declaring peace over you. Not tomorrow, not later, but right now. Even when the winds howled and everything around you seemed to shake, you were not exposed. Even when you didn't feel safe, even when fear crept in like a shadow and made you question everything, you were still covered. You may not have noticed it, but I had already placed a shelter over you, a divine covering that no storm could break through. Yes, I know there were moments you felt vulnerable, moments you wondered if the next blow would be the one that broke you. I heard your thoughts when you said, "Lord, how much more can I take?" I saw your heart race when circumstances spiraled beyond your control. But through it all, I had already built a hedge around your soul. The reason you made it this far is not because you figured it all out. It's because I never took my eyes off you. I shielded you in ways you'll only fully understand when you look back one day and realize what didn't touch you, what didn't break you, what didn't reach you because my shelter was already standing. You see, child, my protection doesn't always look the way you expect. Sometimes it looks like closed doors, missed connections, detours that make no sense. You thought you were being delayed, but I was protecting you from walking into something unprepared. You thought you were forgotten, but I was hiding you under the shadow of my wings until the time was right. You thought I was far, but I was holding the storm back while you slept. I've covered you with my grace, my angels, my mercy. At near accident, I intervene. At emotional breakdown you almost had, I whispered peace over your mind. That opportunity that vanished when you needed it most. It wasn't punishment, it was preservation. I was keeping you from stepping into something that would have pulled you further from me. I built a shelter for your spirit, one that can't be seen with natural eyes, but has always been present. And I've maintained it with my own hands, not because you earned it, but because you're mine. Let me tell you what kind of shelter I've built for you. It's not made of wood or stone, it's made of my promises. It's not anchored in the ground, it's anchored in eternity. It's strong enough to withstand everything that tried to tear you down. It covers your mind when doubt comes in like a flood. It surrounds your heart when heartbreak tries to crush you. It wraps around your life when loneliness tries to convince you that no one sees you. My shelter is my presence. My shelter is my voice whispering, "I've got you," in the middle of the chaos. My shelter is my spirit fighting for you when you're too tired to pray. I know this world has taught you to defend yourself, to guard your heart so tightly that you don't even let me in sometimes. But I want to be your defense. I want to be the place where your soul can rest. I want you to truly know that you are safe in me. This is why I needed to speak with you before tomorrow. Because storms don't always announce themselves. Trouble doesn't always give you time to prepare. And I don't want you running for cover when I've already given you a home in my heart. Come deeper under my shelter. Come further into my protection. Let me be the first place you run, not the last. Let me show you that peace isn't found in perfect circumstances, but in perfect surrender. My child, I've covered you through seasons where you didn't even know what was happening behind the scenes. I've assigned angels to guard your coming and going. I've kept things from collapsing when you had no strength left to hold them up. I've even redirected attacks that you never saw. And the only reason you're standing today is because I've been standing over you the whole time. And I won't stop. My shelter isn't temporary. My faithfulness is not seasonal. I don't cover you only when you do everything right. I cover you because you are precious to me. Because I delight in you. Because you matter to me more than you've dared to believe. So breathe, child. You are not exposed. You are not forgotten in the battlefield. You are protected by the one who commands the winds and still speaks peace over the waves. And as tomorrow approaches, I want you to walk forward with this truth burned into your soul. You are under my shelter, and nothing the enemy has planned can override what I've already secured for you. I know what you've been thinking. You wondered, where are you, Lord? Why haven't you answered me? Why haven't you said anything when I needed you the most? You've stood in places of prayer that felt like empty rooms, and you've poured out your heart only to be met with silence. You began to question not just my timing, but my presence. And I want to say this gently, but clearly. I have never left. Not for a moment. My silence has never been abandonment. I was present in the quiet. I was near in the stillness. I was speaking, but not always in the way you expected. You see, silence isn't always a lack of voice. It can be the fullness of a sacred pause. Sometimes, when I'm silent, I'm strengthening. Sometimes, when I say nothing, I'm working beneath the surface, aligning things that you can't yet see. Sometimes, I go quiet so that your spirit learns to lean, to seek, to trust not in what you hear but in who you know me to be. You've grown in those silent seasons more than you realize. I watched as you held on to me when nothing made sense. I watched as your faith became less about feelings and more about foundation. You've developed depth in silence that you never would have found in noise. While the world demands constant answers and instant clarity, I work in eternal patterns. I'm not in a hurry, but I am always on time. My timing has a purpose, and my silence has power. When you couldn't hear me, I was still guiding you. When your prayers seemed to echo back without a reply, I was still moving pieces into place. Child, there were times I held my voice back, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Not to distance myself from you, but to draw you into a different kind of closeness, one that doesn't depend on signs or sound, but rests on knowing my heart. Do you remember the moments you nearly gave up but did? That was me. Do you remember the peace that came out of nowhere when you should have panicked? That was me. Do you remember the strength you felt when your strength should have run out? That was me. You see, I may not have answered every question in the way you wanted, but I never stopped responding. I spoke through sunsets when you needed beauty. I spoke through stillness when you needed rest. I spoke through the kindness of a stranger, through the lyrics of a song, through a verse that wouldn't leave your heart. I am always speaking, but you must learn to listen with your spirit, not just your ears. You've learned to look for me in the obvious, but now I want to teach you how to find me in the hidden. I want to show you that I'm not just the God of loud miracles, I'm the God who whispers in the night, the God who sits silently with you just so you don't have to feel alone. That's why I needed to contact you before tomorrow. Because you've let my silence become a space for lies. The enemy crept into those quiet moments and told you I didn't care. He told you I had turned my face away. He convinced you that maybe you weren't praying hard enough, believing deeply enough, living righteously enough. But that was never me. I don't withdraw my love because of your weakness, I draw nearer in it. I don't punish you with absence, I pursue you with patience. My beloved, I need you to reclaim the silence. I need you to see it not as a void, but as a vineyard, a place where roots grow deep, where fruit is quietly forming, where future harvests are maturing in secret. What looks like stillness to you is strategy to me. What feels like silence to you is sacred preparation. I am speaking now, and I want you to hold on to this. My silence was never rejection. It was the soft place where trust was born. And even in the quiet, I've been protecting you. I've been covering you. I've been loving you with the kind of love that stays no matter what. The kind of love that watches over you when you can't even watch over yourself. So, don't misinterpret my stillness. Don't let the waiting steal your wonder. I'm still here. I'm still speaking. And tomorrow, when the next chapter begins, I want you to remember this moment not for what you heard, but for what you felt, my nearness, my tenderness, my unwavering love for you. I am not silent anymore. I am speaking directly to your heart. Let this truth settle in your soul. I was never absent. I was just waiting for the perfect time to show you that I've been closer than your next breath, every single day. Every breath you took, every single one, even the ones filled with anxiety, even the ones where you sighed with exhaustion or wept quietly, I was there. Not far away. not watching from a distance. I was closer than your shadow. You may not have felt me, but I was surrounding you. Not a moment passed when my presence wasn't holding you together. Even in your lowest moments, I was never on the outside looking in. I was inside the moment with you. When you walked through rooms filled with pressure, conversations that drained you, nights that seemed endless, and mornings you didn't want to face, I was closer than anyone knew. You didn't need to reach for me because I had already wrapped myself around you. Your very breath was evidence of my presence. You didn't have to earn my closeness. You didn't have to say the right words or perform the right way. I simply stayed. Because I love you. Because I know you. Because I made you. I don't leave what I created. I don't abandon what I formed with my own hands. You are mine and I stay near to what is mine. Do you remember the moments when you sat still and felt a strange calm in the middle of the chaos? That was me. When everything around you was too much and your mind wanted to spiral, but something unseen helped you keep your footing, that was me. When a song played that brought tears out of nowhere. When a Bible verse found you at just the right time. When someone said something that your soul needed to hear, that was me, whispering through the noise, brushing gently against the edges of your weariness. I've been speaking through breath, through silence, through atmosphere, through heartbeats. I've been speaking in the way you needed, not always loudly, but deeply. I stayed close so that when you were ready to reach out, you realize I'd never left. The enemy tried to convince you that I was far because he wanted you to feel alone. But you've never truly been alone. Not even for a second. If you could pull back the veil for just a moment, you would see how tightly I've held you, how faithfully I've walked beside you, how I never let your hand go. You see, my closeness isn't based on your faithfulness, it's based on my nature. I am Emmanuel, God with you. That name wasn't just for a season or a holiday. That name is forever. It means I go where you go. It means I enter every space you walk into, every workplace, every hospital room, every traffic jam, every heartbreak, every triumph, every tear-soaked pillow. You are not carrying your burdens into tomorrow alone. I'm already in your tomorrow, preparing peace for what you haven't even seen yet. I'm already present in the places you fear to go. And today, right now, I want you to rest in this truth. I am so close that I know your unspoken thoughts. So close that I catch the tears before they even fall. So close that when your heart whispers, "Help," I respond before your mouth can even form the word. That is how near I am to you. Not distant. Not removed. Not waiting for you to get your life together before I show up. No, I've been with you in every fragmented, complicated, messy chapter. I don't flinch at your flaws. I lean in with love. And here's what I want you to understand before tomorrow comes. My closeness is your covering. While others may come and go, my presence remains. Friends may not understand your journey. Family may not always know what to say. People may let you down, but I will never leave. Even in seasons where you pushed me away, where you shut me out, where you walked into places I didn't lead you, I still followed you there. Not to punish, but to protect. Not to shame, but to save. Because that's what I do. I rescue. I restore. I redeem. And I stay close through it all. I see you trying to hold everything together, and I'm telling you that you don't have to anymore. Let me be your strength. Let me be the one who carries what's too heavy for you. Let me remind you that the very air in your lungs is a sign that I'm still working. If you're still breathing, I'm not finished. If your heart is still beating, there's still purpose. I'm closer than your shadow, and I will never disappear. So breathe deeply, my beloved. Inhale grace. Exhale fear. With every breath, remember, I am here. And I am staying. Tomorrow will come, but you won't face it alone, not now, not ever. I'm walking with you, covering you, fighting for you. You are surrounded by my love, shielded by my hand, and held together by my presence. Let this be the truth that anchors you tonight. I've been closer than you knew, and I'm not going anywhere. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever. Now, my beloved, now I am asking for something sacred. I am asking for your undivided attention. Not because I want to control you, but because I long to connect with you. Because what I need to tell you next cannot be half heard. This isn't background noise. This isn't a passing thought to tuck away for another day. This is my voice calling out to your spirit, asking you to come closer, not just with your ears, but with your whole heart. I've been speaking softly through the noise of life, gently tugging at your soul through everyday moments, hoping you'd recognize my hand in the ordinary. But now, before tomorrow arrives, I'm speaking clearly and directly. Turn your full attention toward me. Lay down the distractions, even the harmless ones. Set aside the weight of what can weigh. The time has come to fully fix your gaze on me, to hear not only what I'm saying but also the urgency, the tenderness, the longing in my voice. Because I am not just a distant Lord giving you a message, I am your Savior, your shepherd, your friend, and I am calling your name. You give your attention to so many things. I know how much pulls at you. Notifications, demands, thoughts, regret, expectations. You live in a world that is constantly reaching for pieces of your focus, and before you know it, your heart is divided, scattered in all directions. But I didn't create you to live fragmented. I didn't design your mind to be consumed by chaos. I made you for stillness. I made you for presence. I made you for moments like this, where your heart comes home to the one who shaped it. And I promise you, child, what I'm offering you in these next moments, no screen, no voice, no thrill of this world can replace it. My words are life. My presence is healing. My truth is the anchor that keeps you steady when the world spins out of control. I need you to lean in now. Not casually. Not hurriedly. But fully. This isn't about religion, it's about relationship. I want your attention not so I can burden you, but so I can bless you. You see, attention isn't just about what your eyes are on, it's about what your heart is turned toward. It's about what you give space to in your soul. And when you give me your attention, even for a moment, heaven begins to move. Things shift. Chains loosen. Peace flows. Revelation comes. Because I don't speak just to fill silence, I speak to shape destinies. I speak to deliver, to uplift, to restore. But if your heart is tuned to the static of the world, my still, small voice gets drowned out by the shouting of temporary things. That's why I'm not asking you for a lifetime of attention in one moment. I'm simply asking for right now. Let this be the moment you turn everything else down, and let me speak without interruption. Not because I need to be heard, but because you need to hear. You need to hear what's been buried by worry. You need to hear what's been smothered by shame. You need to hear the truth that quiets every fear and awakens every dormant dream. The truth that I still love you, still choose you, still have more for you than you've dared to imagine. This isn't just about preparing for tomorrow. This is about reclaiming today. You've been busy surviving, running, solving, enduring, and somewhere in all of that, your heart got tired. I see that. I feel it. And now I'm inviting you to pause. Not just with your schedule, but with your soul. Give me your attention, and I'll give you my perspective. Let me show you what you couldn't see through your tears. Let me reveal what's been hiding behind the fog of distraction. Let me speak directly to that place in you that's been crying out, Lord, I need you. Because I've heard you, even in your silence. And now I am responding, not through thunder, but through truth wrapped in peace. I am offering you clarity, direction, comfort, and most of all, presence. My holy presence. I have always been near, but I want to draw even closer. Not just around you, within you. Guiding every step, guarding every thought, lifting every burden. What you must, look up. You must open your heart and quiet the noise. Because I am whispering your name, and I want to tell you things no one else knows. I want to let you forgotten was possible. I want to pour out love that heals what others broke. So here I am, Jesus, your Savior, your constant. And here you are reading, wondering, waiting. This is the intersection of my heart and yours. And I am asking, give me your attention. I promise, what you will hear will not just prepare you for tomorrow, it will transform how you live today. Amen.